Hello everybody and welcome to Weeding Day! We have no weeds in town. I don't know how we're supposed to weed. There are no weeds. Also, it's 8 because I greatly overslept and I've not actually been awake that long. It's great. I love having a sleep suggestion. Hi Steven, how are you? Recently I found myself wishing I could write letters that reminds me of a song. Okay, here goes. Hope you enjoy my melody of words, Margie. Aww. And from our mother. Swing both sweet and bitter about cherry blossoms. Their beauty comes and goes so quickly. Sorry to be a downer. They haven't even come to here yet. I mean, I know they haven't in-game, but IRL, I haven't had cherry blossoms yet. The weather has not been cherry blossomy yet. It'll get there though. Soon. So I've been playing a lot of Sims. As if that's a shock to anybody. Okay, I do have something IRL related to kind of just rant about. Hey, welcome, Love hanging with Love having visitors. We're gonna talk about chi. I just want to chat. I hear people saying you're totally a flower fan. Way jealous that you're the center of attention right now. It's supposed to be my job. So take a watering can and get watering. Be the flower fan we both know you can be. So, Canada has a benefits thing for, well, not really benefits, it's more actual just insurance, but for people who don't have insurance. Also, we missed Leif. I thought he was supposed to be here all day, but I guess not. There were no weeds in town anyway, so it's fine. I'm a little annoyed now that he goes away when the website didn't say he would. Curse you, fandom wiki. I really need to, like, actually look up, like, proper guides, not just fandom wiki. But yeah, it basically, you have to renew it every year, because it's for low-income people, which I am, shock of all shocks. And I had to go through the process of renewing mine. That was a multi-day experience of frustration. Hello, Costello. He's the glad to see you, but I'm fresh out of tea, wee. What you'll need? Strap. Run till you're completely tuckered out. To me, this is the moment I think I can't take any more, and then I get a surge of energy. Oh, they run as high. It's the coolest thing ever. It's even cooler than a freezer. Yeah. But yeah, setting up the account, which I thought I already had, but apparently I hadn't. One, their security questions were like 98%. Oh, what's your spouse's name? Birthday? When did you meet? It's like, I don't have one. Someone who has a spouse literally doesn't qualify for this. Like... Oh, hello. Oh, nice surprise. What can I do for you? Let's chat. It's a little embarrassing for me to know you're inspecting everything in my room, but I'm not. I'm just here to chat. Sheesh. Sheesh. Yep. 1% of their questions was sports, and I don't care about sports. So literally, like, there was basically in every one of the security questions, like, a single thing I actually had an answer for. It's like, okay, guys. And you had to fill out, like, 6 of them. And apparently, it's random every time that you go there, because I tried filling it out twice. The first time, it only asked me 4 security questions. This time it asked me 6. So that's annoying. But Also, there's just weird limitations. Like, there's a character limit. It doesn't, if you don't, if you're just skimming and don't realize that, and you either underfill or overfill, it doesn't, like, tell you there was an error or what the error was. It just times out the session. Start again. Don't know what you did wrong, but start again. Spicy greeting. Nice to get out and about in Orc. Let me go. What's going on? Chat? Steven, I don't need to stay in any official records, but I like to be a person who lives on in people's memories. If I can encourage or cheer people up by being someone they always remember, that'd be great. I mean, that's fair. It's probably the first thing he said I kind of agree with. Dumpling around you too is always a nice surprise. Bang! Like to talk about. We'll chat. Not looking forward to it, but I really need to start packing soon. Can't believe I'm moving in 5 days. She's not looking forward to it. But it could just be because packing sucks. I really want to stop her from moving. She's doubting. Don't go. You want me to stay? I didn't know you felt that way. Well, I can't leave now. To be honest, see, she was hoping we would. I'm totally not just not wanting to give up villagers. We could spend more time together here in Orc. So too. But yeah, like I went through all that, and then, oh, you need two-factor authentication for the account. It's like, all right, fine. Text. It's the same thing I have for my actual like CRA account. Just text two-factor authentication. I also have an email backup. But that was something I manually set up myself to have the email backup. Basically so that it does the text and then I have to do an email bit to confirm that I did the text. So, you can see my house. What's up? What's up? Just realized I haven't seen a cockroach around here in like forever. It's all because that super awesome town ordinance. Thanks a bunch, Mayor Dumpling. I can do this. I do text. Alright, text. Fine. Set that up. Okay, now pick another of the options. It's like, but I just... Is email an option? Nope. Email's not an option. Literally, one of the other options was to have them call you. So, your two-factor could be text and phone from the same device. Okay. Well, it's dumping. Burning the candle at both ends, eh, Fugu? So, what's up? Let's talk. Oh, hey. There's a rumor going around about you, you heard? Everyone's saying Dumpling is quite the flower fan. Can't see what they're talking about, Fugu. It was itchy. So yeah, I didn't go with that. I went with a different thing. And then finally got through it all. And then reviewing the application, so much of it is governmentally worded, and it's just so frustrating. Like, I'm sure you guys know what I mean by that, if you've dealt with anything, like, official in government, where it's like, one of the things was, are you getting any governmental assistance with dentistry? Yo, Bucko, you're looking good, 67. Oh, for the love of... I said it again. But never knows until Barbara mentioned it a while back, but when I say 67, kind of, like, a lot, like, way too much. What do you think? Is it annoying? Should try something else? Nah, keep on keeping on. Keep that meme alive. Yeah, you ride that 6-7 train. Sorry, I had to see that wimpy side of me, 67. You're not doing it right still, but what do you mean? It's 67. It's like, nah, alright, man, you do you. But like, what it means by that is, are you getting other assistance that doesn't exist? Like, so like when I was going through that, because like I was doing it like when I had just woken up today, I'm like, But I am, so I had to click on to check it, and it's like, no, it means other assistance. I haven't even used the insurance I've got yet. I really should at some point soon get started on that. Where I got it kind of late into last year. I think I may have mentioned when I got it. I wanted to wait until I got it renewed before actually getting started because, let's be real, I'm probably going to need multiple years to get through everything wrong in my mouth. And I'll probably end up with some dentures at the end because they don't cover anything else. They'll do dentures. So, you know, because I highly doubt, really, any of my teeth are properly savable. Like, some of them may look kind of fine in what you guys are seeing on screen. Trust me, they're not. I mean, the broken tooth in the front of my mouth is a pretty dead giveaway. But, like, even those, they don't look the worst on camera. They look pretty bad IRL, especially if you can see above where my lip covers. Because those, like, basically, where, like, that teeth stops being broken, there's basically almost nothing left to those teeth from there on up. Outside of, like, the bit at the back that's kind of holding it together. Probably why it broke. Like... So yeah, I do kind of need to get started on that stuff at some point, and I will at some point. Margie! Hey, Steven? Well, they just flew by for me, Tootie, so how can I help? Chat. Weather like this calls for making mint ice cream later. It really doesn't. You trying to kill me or something? What have I done to you? Why do you hate me? I know most people like mint. I can't help it. I'm allergic to the crap. I want nothing to do with it. Do you have an itch? If you ever like an itch kind of deep in your ear, just rubbing right there does kind of scratch it, so. Somebody come back, coffee today. I would, man. I'm drinking juice. I will probably have another coffee today. Because what I'm thinking at the moment, which means, well, no, tomorrow being a Saturday works out perfectly for this. I'm basically aiming to just stay up again. Because I probably would have had my sleep schedule right back to where it should have been really easily had it not been for that emergency alert. Which is where I'm literally going to turn my phone off when I do go to sleep later. But I'm just going to try and stay awake all day because I'm not tired right now. Because of all the missed sleep, I woke up at like 10:30 last night. I've not even been awake for 12 hours yet. Like that's where I'm at right now. Please help. And like, waking up at 10 is nothing. And honestly, like, just going to sleep a bit later probably wouldn't be the worst. It's just, I don't want to miss, like, the 8-Bit Drummers streams and stuff, because, like, it's one of those things where, and I'm sure you guys kind of get this feeling of, like, when you find that content creator, or re-find them, in my case, it's more just feel I'm allowed to watch them again, where like you just, it feels comfortable, it feels like a homey community. Like that's kind of what I have personally found with the 8-Bit Drummers community, of like it's such a kind and welcoming community with a few bad eggs that honestly I feel like if they got like reported for how they act, the server would probably be better, but I'm waiting to see if they act up again. And if they do, I'm going to be probably just escalating it to the mods. Which, for anyone from that server that might be here, I'm not talking about anyone's activities in the text chat. This was in a voice call, and it was very much breaking a lot of server rules what this person was talking about, and the opinions that they are holding quite firm on also break that server's rules quite firmly. So yeah, they would not be 8-Bit Drummer approved. There's the fossil. Because, like, he's just a really nice and accepting guy. Which is honestly kind of a welcome surprise. Mo! Oh, ain't that old Steven? Thought come visit Oracle today. Good to see you. Good to see you too, man. I am quite old. I've grayed in the time you've been gone. I've gone gray. It's not great. My hair is... I don't know why my hair does that. I need a bigger headset so they can hold my hair back. But, yeah, I've not really done much other than play, like, Sins with Solar Empire and, like, my dailies in Phantasy Star. Which I'll probably play more Phantasy Star throughout the day, though I might just play a lot more Sins, if I'm honest. Like, that Eve mod definitely makes the game a whole lot better, but that could also just be me being a pretty massive Eve dork. Really just loving how much it mirrors Eve. Because, like, ships are effectively built the way they would be fit in-game with the HP values they should have. There are some that are a little confused. Hey, Bubblegum KK. Like, the Naglfar in the Minmatar tree. I think it's the Nag. No, the Nag is the Dreadnought. Nidhogger. Except you're not in the plaza. I think that's right anyway. No, Nidhogger's the Dreadnought. There's a Naglfar and a Nidhogger. One's a Dreadnought, one's a carrier. That's me, Steven. So I'm gonna give you, it's still a present. Here you go. This is one of the mannequins used to display our things in the store, but since we have extra, maybe you'd like to take one home? With a mannequin, you can put clothing and accessories on it to make a full outfit. You even use it to quickly change your clothes. Or since it's very valuable, I hope you won't try giving it away to other people or something. I feel like you share our interest in fashion, so I thought you might like something like this. Let's take it and give it a try when you have a spare minute. It'll be a fine addition to my future basement. I think I've had the chance of getting that dialogue for a while, and I just haven't gotten it. Could be wrong, though. I'm probably wrong. And I will be glad to be corrected, because I like having correct information. Like, I do want to say that. Like, if I ever say something where you're like, no, you're wrong, please correct me. I am not going to fight you on it. Like, unless, you know, it's a case of opinion, then I might. But even then, I might just be like, yeah, I value your opinion. Because I do. I value other people's opinions quite a lot. More than my own, honestly. Like... I could never do a change my mind thing because it wouldn't be that difficult if you can make a compelling argument. Like, I take in what people say and roll with it. Try to adapt it to how I am, you know? Which is where, like, I remember having a bunch of people back when I was like super into Eve be like, man, Eve's not very good. It's like, but why? And they would explain things, and I'd be like, one person was going on and on about basically how just unfair it is that he can be just killed anywhere by anybody, and it's like, oh yeah, I can see that being a drawback to some people, but to me that's a benefit. It adds some risk to everything. And as long as you work to mitigate that risk, well, you can basically go completely safely anywhere. You just have to be careful. I mean, that's, you know, in a way, that's how life works. You know, let me give an example. I could go for a walk right now. And I could walk into somewhere that I know for certain is a really, like, rough part of town. I don't think the town I live in has one of those, but I could in theory do that. You know, heck, there's a train track that runs through this town, and a lot of, like, the few druggies in this town will use it as, like, a place to go hang out and, like, do drugs and occasionally mug people. It does happen. So if I were to walk through there with noise-canceling headphones on, completely ignoring the potential risk... I don't know why I got this out. I don't exactly feel like fishing. I could get stabbed and killed. But if I were to walk through there without headphones on, keeping an ear out for people, listening for, you know, stuff, you know, keeping all of my senses aware, then I'm going to be considerably safer. And if I hear or see something that appears dangerous, I turn around. I don't just keep going. You know, it's sensible, right? Well, in Eve, if you're, you know, if say you're doing missions, you're doing PvE content, but you're in like a well-known hub, like you're doing Sisters of Eve level 3, best ISK you can make as a free-to-play player, at least doing missions. Well, check Z kill board. Has there been anybody ganked there recently? If you see a bunch of rookie ships suddenly dying on Z kill board, someone's probably about to get ganked. Periodically check Z kill board while you're running missions. You have a directional scanner which can show you everything on your current overview within 14.3 AUs of yourself. A lot of systems, that's basically the entire system. Hey, I guess I might want to run by you. You've noticed how I always say Fagoo, right? Well, the other day Costello said and told me it sounded weird and didn't fit my personality. So, what do you say? Think I should change Fagoo? Don't worry about it. Oh yeah. Well, if you say so, okay, I won't worry about it. Heh, you're totally right. Really shouldn't worry, Fagoo. You shouldn't. And like, that can help you see combat probes, which are the only way somebody can find you when you're not a celestial body that they can just warp to. They need to scan you down with combat probes. So if you leave your directional scanner on like 5 AUs, you'll be fine. If you see a combat probe, leave. Someone's trying to scan you down. You might be in the middle of a mission. If you can finish that mission in the next about minute, do it. If you can't, leave, dock up. Just warp somewhere else. Docking up is better, but warping somewhere else accomplishes the same thing of messing up their scan. That also tells them you're on to them, and they'll find somebody else. Gankers are opportunistic. They will go after the easiest target. They will not go after the one that's actively avoiding them. But another thing you can do if we treat that Sisters of Eve hub as the bad part of town, is just don't go there. Yeah, it is the best ISK per hour you'll make on missions as a free-to-play account. It is also the highest risk because there are so many gankers there. Because a lot of people, understandably, will want to keep making their ISK generation more and more efficient. Well, how do you do that? You start getting faction and dead space modules to put on your ship, and those are worth a lot. So that makes a lot of people that run missions very tempting targets. I'm guilty of this. My Paladin runs a dead space armor repairer. My Dominix has a dead space shield booster. For anyone who knows Eve, you're probably going, shield booster? Dominix? Yeah. It's an armor tanking ship, but I've put a shield booster on it because it has enough mid slots to do a rather good shield tank, as long as you don't care about not having a propulsion mod, and I don't care. I am a very weird mission runner in that I don't mind it taking a while. The thing I'd rather do is not die. And a stable extra large shield booster is basically a Marauder's level of tank on a Tech 1 battleship. So, you know. Now, if you could get that same shield booster stable on like a Golem, oh, BHP. The thing is, you're probably never going to get it stable on a Golem. Not without giving up a considerable amount of DPS. Meanwhile, the Dominix, being an armor tanking ship, has a lot of capacitor at base. And also, like, a lot of low slots. Now, there's a thing in Eve where your damage modules, in the case of a Dominix, drone damage amplifiers, because it's a drone ship, it doesn't use its own weapons, it uses drones. Well, once you get up to 3 damage modules, the stacking penalty is so high that a 4th one is redundant. It's basically like, you know, the first one, let's say, gives you like 150 more DPS. Then the second one's like, you know, 75. It's just cut in half. So that's still pretty nice. And the third one, you get like 40. It's like, alright, that's not so bad. Then the 4th one, you get like 3. Like, it jumps that much past the 3rd module that it is not worth equipping anymore. So the Dominix, being an armor tank, has 7 low slots. 3 drone damage amplifiers, and 4 capacitor modules. And right there is basically a stable extra large shield booster on a Dominix. I am not joking. I think you need like 1 capacitor control rig. And that's it. Which puts it at basically the same number of modules that my Paladin needs to be stable on its extra large, well, it's large armor repair. There is no extra large armor repair. Kind of wish there was. Well, technically there is. It's a capital module. What I mean is I kind of wish there was just a properly battleship-sized armor repairer, because armor repairs are kind of bad, not gonna lie. Just living up to my flower fanage. But, like, they have comparable tank. The only major difference is my Paladin has, like, I think last I checked, under the new Bastion module, well, I say new, it got buffed, like, a couple of years ago. With the buffs to that, my Paladin has, like, 2,000 DPS, where my Dominix caps off at, like, 700. So, you know, the Paladin does get through things faster. But the Dominix is also a safer thing to fly because it's a lot cheaper. Even with the Dead Space shield rep, it is still cheaper than flying my Paladin. Even if I was only Tech 2 fitting the Paladin, because the Paladin is just worth that much. It is ludicrously expensive. Which is something I really like about the Sins mod, because it lets me actually use Paladins for things. So that's, you can get each faction's Marauder. It's nice. I like actually being able to use a Paladin. And like, I could use my Paladin, and I think last I was playing, I actually moved my Paladin to a, like, water level 4 hub that was really far away from anything so that I could pretty much safely use it because there was nobody there. The problem is it's really far away from everything, so it takes a long time to travel from there to a trade hub to sell things, and the longer you're in a freighter, even though I don't use freighters, but it's just the class of ship called a freighter I don't use, but it's easier for me to explain to people by saying freighter of, you know, it's industrial ship. Yeah, you hear industrial ship, you think like it's a construction ship, but no, it's for hauling stuff. But the longer you're in one, the higher your chance of dying is, because you will get seen by a ganker scout at some point. The longer you're there, the higher the chance you're going to get seen, which means there's a higher and higher chance, the longer you're in it, that the next gate you jump through, you're gonna be met with just a bunch of gankers waiting for you. So it's not really ideal to be in a hauler for a long amount of time, but it let me play my Paladin, so, with relative safety. Because again, you mitigate risk. And that was a point where I kind of blew their mind in a way, because they didn't know about like directional scan and stuff like that. So they actually gave Eve another try, and they liked it once they understood how to mitigate the risk. Hey Steven, you tell me you want to get your hands on a range? Did I? What? Sure you did. I mean, I think I'm a pretty good listener. Well, if I did get it wrong, we still deserve a gift. Here you go, amigo. Now we'll be friends forever, right? Probably not. You have bullied, multiple of the villagers, and I'm not a fan of that. Why can I not think of her name right now, the main one? Hold on. Dina. I wanted to call her Molly. Why do I keep wanting to call her Molly? Is there another duck named Molly? I don't know. I kind of want to look that up. I'm gonna look it up. You can't stop me. You might wish you could, but you can't. Molly. There is another duck named Molly. Why does my brain keep... Well, okay, she doesn't look that different from Dina. Yeah, they're very similar color. Their design is different, but they're similar colors. That might be why my brain keeps getting them confused, because I knew I'd heard of Molly before. But, like, there are some people that do hear the, like, mitigating risk in Eve, and understandably go, yeah, no, that still sounds like too much. And I get it. Don't take me saying all this as I don't get it. I do. I just want people to be informed before they write off a game. You know, if you hear all that and you're still like, no, that's fine. Eve isn't for everybody. Even though they are adding a PvP free zone, which is going to be the go-to spot to mine Veldspar, I am honestly considering still reinstalling Eve and just playing around as an alpha and just not taking it seriously. Because, like, I do still miss the game, even though Sins is scratching that itch. it's scratching the itch for, like, big fleet combat, which is not something I really ever did that often. 1 year for my birthday, I did a roam with some guys from my corp, and we all died. My target calling was terrible. We might have actually been able to win that fight if my target calling was better, but I'm not exactly a FC. I can do it in a pinch, and honestly, my calling wasn't the worst. My calling was just bad for the fleet we were in. Because I ended up calling out, like, the ship that I perceived as the most dangerous as the primary, with just the thought of, we can eat through this and then have time to kill the other thing, except none of us had a logistics. We were all running just self-reps. Like, they were going to win. But, it's a birthday raid. They're never supposed to go great. Raid? Rome. Blah. Too many other games. But yeah, I'm thinking that's probably good for today. I've yapped a long time about stuff. Mostly Eve. You never truly quit that game? I'm gonna keep saying it. But yeah, I'm gonna probably decide in these next few hours whether I just want to stay up or just go to sleep. Like 10, 11. I mean, that's not an unreasonable time to be going to sleep, so, you know. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Leaf and a KK concert. As always, if you guys have any suggestions of what you would like to hear, please let me know. Keep in mind that I record this a day and a half ahead of time, so I won't actually be able to hear any requests until after I've recorded, probably. Well, no. There will be 2 hours, I think. No. Yes. No? No. So I'll be recording this Friday morning. Because it's Thursday now. Right? Yeah. It's Thursday now. So I'll be recording tomorrow morning. So there will not be time. But next week. But yeah. See you all tomorrow.